You know, I was sitting here watching this episode of Fairy Tale today, and I just kind of said, why do I, over the littlest things, why do I get so charismatic and feel so engaged with the characters whenever they talk about Fairy Tale and the Guild and getting it back together? Why is that? And it's because no show does it better in terms of friendship, in terms of family, in terms of creating an atmosphere where the characters are just so connected. At least no show does it as good as Fairy Tale in terms of this big of a group. Fairy Tale had 20 different faces at least that we actually knew, that personally knew, that weren't actual just background characters. They were at least a support character. And no show has a cast this big and has done it this well. That's Fairy Tale's biggest strength, though, so it makes sense, and that's why it's also its biggest weakness at times, and the hindrance in certain kind of, some kind of action sequences, and I shouldn't say some kind of, but some action sequences, because sometimes it's just the, Nakama power. It's been a meme before, but I think anyone who knows what writing is and what's good, what's bad, and what hinders a show, what makes a show flourish, would understand that. It's his biggest strength, and sometimes it can be his biggest weakness for sure. But very engaging, very charismatic, and that's why I love always seeing these characters on screen. But hopping into this episode, so basically Gray joins Zeref, quote unquote. That's probably gonna be the title, but he doesn't truly fully join Zeref per se. Yes, he joins a dark guild that worships him, but he's after that E&D book, and we all know that's Natsu once again. We see that in the preview, Natsu versus Evil Gray. So that's to be some pretty crazy stuff going down for sure. Can't wait to see that. But I do gotta say at the end there, man, seeing that guy Gilles join the Magic Council was really a surprise to me. But then at the same time, it wasn't. Because if we do remember, whenever the old lady died that was one of the Magic Council members, she was someone that said to Yajil that he could do better, he could do good. And he did that. He cried whenever he heard about her dying, because the whole Tartarus thing and everything and whatnot. Fairy Tale 2014 kind of really described why Gajil became who he was, why he truly joined Fairy Tale, why he really joined Fairy Tale. And Tinron Island arc was that too as well, you know what I mean? So it's really cool to see Panther Lily and Gajil actually the captains of the enforcement squad. It does make sense now that I really look at it. It's definitely 180 of Gajil. Even after he was done being an antagonist and or a villain, he was always an anti-hero, and we all know that. But it's crazy to see him go 100%. I am a police officer, basically a captain, actually the sheriff, basically of an enforcement unit. So that's pretty cool to see. I was very surprised by that, but yeah, at the same time, not surprised. So looks as if Levy is also with him. Would make sense, of course. But moving on to the next thing here. So, seeing that Rogue actually said Gray was the one that killed Frosh was something that caught me off guard. I didn't know it'd all come back to correlate to right here. And some people say Hero can't write. He can. He just kind of stumbles sometimes because he falls in love with the cast. But other than that, though, it's cool to see this all come together. It's cool to see it all. The door revolve all the way around and then come right back to here. So, that's just like what the Dragon Slayers. We all. So we're like, wait, why can't Gajil and Natsu leave the guild whenever Alaxis was having a fit during the Alaxis arc around episode 30 or something? We all wondered why they couldn't leave. Anyone over the age of 80 couldn't leave, but then we find out Natsu and all of them are pretty. They've been around. We know Natsu's been around for a long time, right? So that means Gajil's had to have been around for quite some time. So maybe it's memory loss. Who actually knows to be for sure? But we all know that the Dragon Slayers had to, at least the real ones, the genuine ones that were actually raised by dragons. We all know they've had to have been around for quite some time, looking at the whole Natsu thing from back then. But that's kind of off topic of the actual show here. Seeing Juvia again and seeing that she's still obsessed with Grey, of course, that's cool to see Juvia. It's nice to see that she's going to be joining the party once again, obviously. It's cool to see that Natsu, I love seeing Natsu. I've always wanted to see Natsu and Grey rivalry be actual, have the actual, sense of danger. We're not friends anymore. We're friends, but we are on the opposite sides of of the spectrum, and it's cool to finally see that actually come to fruition and see them go all out next episode. I'm ready for it. I can't wait, and I can't wait to see Gajeel join the fray. Gajeel's just like, I don't care who's on Avatar. I know you don't want to tell me Gray's there too. Arrest them all. Let's fucking go get them and arrest them all. I don't give a damn. That's just Gajeel's attitude, right? So it's just crazy. It's so crazy, but it makes so much sense as to why Gajeel is who he is. Once again, I just cannot reiterate that enough. But other than that, I'm pretty sure I covered everything that I wanted to cover. I don't know where I did my notes, guys. Actually my computer's on them. We're gonna make sure we covered everything. Oh, the last thing I want to talk about is actually a comedic thing. So we're good. So whenever Natsu's like, that jerk just up and left you, huh, Juvia? And then he gets called up by Lucy, of course. And he's like, I left my will. I left a will. He didn't. Yeah, I got up and left. I left something. And this idiot, said he left a will when it was actually a note. Oh my gosh. Video ending here. As always, guys, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, X25. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys. What an idiot, man.